Hello everyone, this week we will be working on the CCC Completion Plan project. This will be a 2-week project that will encompass advising, planning, and registering for classes here at Carteret. The first thing we want to do is review the project rubric. Now, the entire directions for this project are posted on Moodle, and I do expect that you read those, but I did want to take a minute and go over the rubric. The first thing we're going to be doing this week is your academic plan, which will be completed in Carteret Compass. This academic plan will be worth 60 points of this project. Next week, we're then going to go over how to contact your advisor for a meeting and then how to notify them to approve your academic plan. Now, I do realize that some of you are taking this class because you're not able to come to campus, and that is okay. We'll go over next week if you're not able to come in for a meeting, which you can include in your email in order to discuss your plan via email with your advisor. First thing I want to do is make sure that you guys know how to make your academic plan, so how to choose your classes in Carteret Compass. The different steps to registration. The first one, what we're doing today, is deciding what classes you want to take, and we're going to make your academic plan. Next week, like I said, we're going to request your advisor approval of your plan, and if hopefully you're able to meet with your advisor during that time, or like I said, if not, you'll be able to contact them via email. And then last, we're going to talk about how to register for classes through Carteret Compass, and again, that'll be next week. Some vocabulary we need to talk about before we actually get into picking classes. The first one is a registration flag. So all of you right now have a flag on your account, and that is because your advisor has not approved your academic plan. Once your advisor approves your plan, then you'll be able to register for classes. A prerequisite, so you'll notice going through Carteret Compass, some of the classes have prerequisites, which is a course that you must take prior to taking the course you would like to register. Some classes do have co-requisites, which is a course you must take at the same time you would like to register. And then you'll notice under the description of these courses, there are credit hours and contact hours. Credit hours are the number of hours that you're awarded that you need towards graduation, which is typically most important for students. Contact hours is the actual physical number of hours that you're meeting in that class during a week. So how do you go about choosing the right classes when it comes to making your academic plan? For a lot of you, especially if you are applied sciences or health sciences, you want to make sure you're using your program check sheet to see what courses that your program requires. You also want to use View Your Progress in Carteret Compass, and we'll talk about that in just a second, to see what courses that you've taken and then what courses you have left to graduate. And then finally, if you plan to transfer to a university, you want to make sure that you're consulting your transfer pathway to make sure that you're choosing the right classes that your university or degree requires you to take. Also, keep in mind, last week I gave you a list of electives that we offer here at Carteret, so have that list out as well when you're making your academic plan. So how do we read the View Your Progress screen in Carteret Compass? First, to access it, once you get into Carteret Compass, you want to go to Student Planning, and then you want to go to My Progress here. Hours left. So at the top, it'll show you what program that you're currently enrolled. Now notice the student is enrolled in multiple programs, so they would need to arrow over to see all the programs. Over here on the left, you'll have things like your GPA. Over here on the right, it'll show you how far you've progressed in your degree. And then a nice feature up here at the top, it says View a New Program. So if you're interested in a different program at Carteret and you want to know how the classes that you've currently taken would apply to that program, you can use that View a New Program feature. As you scroll through the View Your Progress screen, you'll see different categories of your degree or different categories of classes. So for example, at the top of the student's View Your Progress, it says English Composition. It tells you exactly what you need to take underneath. And notice this student, it'll show her that she's completed this class, and then this class here is currently in progress. Now if you kept scrolling through the View Your Progress for this student, again, at the top is Social Behavioral Sciences. It tells you I need to take 9 credit hours, and then it tells you what you get to choose from. Notice it says this student has completed 6 of 9 credit hours. I want you to make sure you pay attention to this part here, because a lot of students will think they need to take all of these classes that say not started. If the student has completed 6 of 9 credit hours, they only need 1 3-credit hour class to fulfill this portion of their degree. So if I was a student mapping out what I had left to take, I would choose from this list here 1 3-credit hour class in my plan. If you kept going down at the bottom, there will be this section that says Other Courses. Some of you may have this, some of you may not. And the reason why I wanted to point this out is these are the classes that are not counting towards the student's degree. So like I mentioned before, the student is enrolled in multiple programs. So in this case, she's also enrolled in photography, but these photography classes are not counting towards her Associates in Arts class. I wanted to point this out because students really need to be careful and make sure they check this section, because sometimes classes can get lost down here that may actually apply towards your degree. So make sure everything that's listed under other are classes that are not part of that program of study. You're going to get ready right now to make your academic plan in Carteret Compass. Rather than cover that in this video, there is a separate video that's posted this week that goes over step by step how to make an academic plan in Carteret Compass. If you don't want to watch the video, there's also step-by-step instructions that are posted in making your academic plan. I would encourage you to actually encourage you to do both, to watch the video and go over the step-by-step instructions, but I would at least print out the step-by-step instructions so it can help you go through making your academic plan. If you're confused about what classes that you need to take for your degree, make sure that you reach out to me and ask, and we can work through this together. Once you've done your academic plan, I will be checking that in Carteret Compass, and again, that'll be 60 points out of your total project grade for this week. So make sure you take your time in making this plan. And also keep in mind, this is the plan that you're using to graduate for your degree. So you want to make sure that you're putting effort into this. This is something you're going to send off to your advisor next week to get approval upon. So make sure you ask me questions if you have them.